So, children, good morning and welcome back to the next video of chapter Around the World in 80 Days. So, children, see the last paragraph. At 8:20, the cab stopped at the station and Passepartout jumped out. His master followed and paid the fare. So now they are about to leave the station. At this moment, a poor beggar woman, standing barefoot in the mud, with a child at her side, begged him for help. Mr. Fogg took from his pocket the 20 guineas he had won at whist and gave them to the beggar. Now, what happened in this paragraph? When Mr. Fogg and Passepartout came out of the station, they saw a poor beggar woman who was standing barefoot, means she was not wearing any slippers or shoes. She was standing in the mud with a child at her side and she was begging for help. Mr. Fogg took pity on her and he took some 20 guineas which he had won in a card game named whist and he gave to that lady. "Take this, I am pleased to have met you," he said. So this line shows he was very kind, he was very helpful towards others. Now what happens? "Take this, I am pleased to have met you," he said. Passepartout overheard this and began to love his master. So this moment, this scene created or increased the respect in the heart of Passepartout for his master. Mr. Fogg and he went on to main platform where Passepartout was told to get 2 first-class tickets for Paris. Turning round, Phileas Fogg saw his fellow members of the Reform Club on the platform. So now as they were busy taking the tickets for Paris, as he turned round, he saw his club members who had come to see of him. Now what happened? "Gentlemen," he said, "I'm off. I'm ready to leave. Here is my passport. The various visas it will bear at the end of the journey will serve as a proof for you. So I have the visas for the countries where I have to go, and they will work as proof that I have actually gone through the tour." "That is not necessary," said Ralph politely. So one of his club members said, "That is not required. We trust you." "Better as it," said Mr. Fogg. "You will remember the date you are due back?" asked Andrew Stuart. So his another fellow man asked him, "Do you remember the date you have to be back? By what date?" So he replied, "In 80 days, on Saturday, December 21 at 45 minutes past in the evening. Till then, goodbye. We will meet soon." At 8:40, Mr. Fogg and his servant took their seats. At 8:45, a loud whistle was heard and the train was on its way. It means the train had left now. So in the last paragraph, first of all, we will go through the word meanings. So children, see, the very first word is bewildered, means confused. And the next one is despair, means hopelessness, when there is no ray of hope. So what happens here? The night outside was dark and it was raining. So it was a dark and rainy night. Phileas Fogg settled himself. He took his seat properly in his corner and he was silent. Passepartout still bewildered. He was confused by all that was happening. He hugged the travelling bag to his chest and he also took his seat silently. Suddenly he gave a loud cry of despair. So suddenly he gave a cry, and that cry was of hopelessness. He was hopeless. What he was thinking? So his master asked, "What's the matter?" "In my hurry, I forgot." And he stopped. So he replied, "In hurry." So it means he forgot to do something in hurry. So master asked, "What?" To which he replies, "To put out the light in my room." So what he forgot? He forgot to switch off the light in his room. "Well, my boy," Mr. Fogg replied coldly, "the gas will burn at your expense." So his master very coldly, very calmly he replied, "So obviously, now whatever the bill will come, whatever the expenses will be, you have to bear them." So children, this was a short excerpt from the famous novel Around the World in 80 Days. So you might be reading what happened next in the novel in the coming future. Till then, goodbye, take good care of yourself, and keep studying. Goodbye, children.